Breaking now on Denver 7 News at 5. President Donald Trump says Israel and Iran have agreed to a, quote, complete and total ceasefire to be phased in over 24 hours. He posted the news on Truth Social about an hour ago, congratulating the countries on their agreement. He says the deal will take effect at 10 p.m. Mountain Time. This after Iran retaliated against the United States today, firing a barrage of missiles towards American troops stationed in Qatar. Qatar intercepted 13 missiles. One landed but caused no major damage. Thank you for joining us on Denver 7 News at 5. I'm Jessica Porter.
And I'm Micah Smith. The All-You-Dead Air Base and the largest U.S. air base in the Middle East, home to some 10,000 troops. It's the same base President Trump visited last month and where the attack against Iran was controlled from Saturday.
Those attacks targeted 3 nuclear sites in Iran, the Pentagon calling it Operation Midnight Hammer. It said the attack started with more than 24 Tomahawk missiles launched from a U.S. submarine in the Middle East. B-2 stealth bombers took off from a base in Missouri, then dropped 14 bunker buster bombs weighing 30,000 pounds each. Denver 7's Veronica Acosta joins us in studio tonight, getting answers from a nuclear arms expert right here in Colorado.
But first, Veronica, you're learning more about the Colorado company getting us new satellite images showing the before and after of the airstrikes over the weekend.
Yeah, and this is just a look into those before and after satellite images right behind me of those airstrikes over Iran by the U.S. over the weekend. A nuclear arms expert telling me the craters and the blue-gray ash that you see in some of these photos are really significant. A picture tells 1,000 words, and in this case speaks volumes about the airstrike aftermath.
The world can see so much more than they were ever able to see before.
David Goldfisher is a nuclear arms expert and associate professor at the University of Denver. He calls this kind of satellite imagery significant.
Sensor technology in general, in the age of satellites and ever greater capacity, is changing warfare. It's just one of the many elements that's transforming warfare.
The company behind it, Maxar Technologies, is Colorado-based with a facility just north of Denver in Westminster.
It's extremely impressive from a technological point of view to see these pinpoint craters.
Goldfisher says these before and after satellite images of the Fordo underground complex show the airstrike definitely hit concrete. He says that's what the blue-gray coloring signifies.
Well, the ash simply seems to indicate that concrete was struck. So the ceilings of this gigantic underground facility are going to be highly reinforced concrete.
And before and after images of other sites hit in Iran showing even more destroyed buildings. And Maxar Technologies says it operates 10 satellites in orbit. A spokesperson for the company says they've collected more images of the sites hit in the airstrike in Iran over the weekend. They're reviewing those. They're going to release them as soon as they're ready.
Veronica, in a Truth Social post, President Trump said the sites that were hit in Iran were, quote, totally destroyed. However, other top U.S. officials say we don't have the full picture yet. Did Goldfisher offer any insight into that?
You know, he had a lot to say about these satellites and their imagery. He said it's transforming warfare for sure, but there are still a lot of unknowns. Officials will likely be monitoring some new satellite images of those sites in the coming days to help really determine if those strikes were successful, because those photos, they only show so much, you guys.
All right, Denver 7's Veronica Acosta for us tonight. Veronica, thank you.